What is up, guys? My name's Jackal, and I am sweating balls. It is, what is it? It is midnight right now. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. It is higher than 80 degrees outside. This sucks. I hate this weather. This weather is the literal fucking worst. Alright. Yes, I would like to continue. Alright. Actually, I think I'm supposed to be going to Old World and finding light creatures that I have to kill. Which is what I'm supposed to be doing. And also Bojack Horseman. We're of course here for our boy Bojack. Alright, I don't think there was anything in... I don't think there was anything in the... I don't think there was anything in the first world. Bro, I have so much, like, under neck sweat right now. It's so fucking disgusting. I hate it. But it is late, so I can't really record inside. Everything's, gotta be quiet. Baby sleeping, kids sleeping, you know how it is. So we might as well get on with this fairly quickly. Oh wait, no, that is the bus room, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Bojack Season 5, Episode 9. This episode was... I feel like when it's going to start getting rough, I feel like it's, like, really starting now. Bojack is... It was like watching an episode of House. Bojack was fiending the whole time because Hollyhock came to visit and flushed away his meds. Now, we've seen him get a little bit more frivolous with taking his medication as the season, or since his injury, we've seen it happen. And, we didn't really know that he wasn't really feeling as much pain, because it's not really, like, given to us, but you could tell he's being more frivolous with how he takes it. And, he starts acting like an addict the moment his pills get thrown away. Because at first, it seems like, you know what, yeah, Bojack's had problems, but, maybe he's just going off to go get his, his pills, maybe his back's hurting. But as the episode goes on, after, like, if he would have just gone to Doctor Who and tried to get his painkillers and that didn't work, and he would have been like, you know what, it didn't work, fuck it, whatever. Then, then it would have been a much healthier thing. Like, he would have tried getting him, to not go through the hassle of not having his medication. Didn't work, and he would have just like, you know what? It is what it is. Hell yeah, here we go. Alright. This bird. Super important bird. And it was nice, Hollyhock came to visit him, and, like, right away you can tell that Hollyhock is already kind of acclimated to Bojack attempting to be more of, like, a brother figure to her. And, like, she right away is, like, treating him more like a sibling. And Bojack is still kind of, like, awkward about everything. Come on, go up, man. Why are you being so weird about that? Alright, we'll just cut straight on through. There was nowhere down below, right? Right? Dope. But, like, Hollyhock clearly wants, like, when she first sees Bojack, wants, like, a hug and shit, and Bojack, clearly not one for, like... He seems like he might be fine with hugs, but not if he's not the one initiating them. That's when he seems to be, like, weird. which unfortunately with Hollyhock is like all the time right now. Don't exactly know why. It could be a multitude of things. Like it's probably a combination of everything that we already know about. Just between their history, Bojack's inability to like accept or have like receive any type of actual affection. That's always a problem of his. It could be that, unfortunately, like, when he thought Hollyhock was his daughter, it brought out something different in him, and him realizing that that wasn't the case might have made him more... It might have just made him, whether he wants to think about it or not, it may have just forced him to kind of treat Hollyhock the same way that he treats everybody else. Which obviously for Hollyhock, that's going to be really weird because, like, Bojack went from treating her, like, really well and, like, really... Well, not really well. Like, trying really hard. Thinking he was her dad, and then finding out not. What's this? Flame pillar. Oh, that's magic. Lame. I mean, maybe not lame. Alright, maybe not lame. Maybe not lame. We'll take it, we'll deal with it, we'll see how it goes. Alright, good, my keys are out. I'm gonna open my door a little bit because, oh boy, it is warm in this bitch. I cannot wait to go in the house. Be like 10 degrees cooler than it is out here. Yeah, we've had, everywhere has kind of had a heat wave recently. But today was the last day of, like, the heat wave the way it was supposed to be. So hopefully, everything starts chilling the fuck out a little bit from here on out. Alright, that's just going to take... Well, I guess at this point, we might as well go back down there. But, it sucks. It sucks for Hollyhock because, she's clearly open to, like, a lot more of a bond with Bojack than Bojack is willing to have right now in the way that she wants to. Bojack seemed really prepared and ready to have a daughter. Not really for a sibling relationship. And I don't know why. I mean, I know it's a different dynamic, and it may not be the one he wanted. But it does seem like Bojack's, like, really keeping her, like, at arm's reach. And some of that could be guilt. I mean, we saw Bojack's initial reaction when, Hollyhock, when he was told that she overdosed on amphetamines, he, like, went home in a panic. So a lot of it could just be guilt. Like everything else, he thinks that, how can you make things right when everything's gone so wrong? Like, it could just be more of that complex. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's just... Now let us go talk to Mr. Bird to see what the word is. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bam-bam. What the fuck, bruv? Oh, man. You fucking lame-ass layman asses. Alright. Oh, I wonder if it means... Dogo, I need you to move the fuck out my way. I think I know what it means. I think I have, like, figured it out. For shy birds, you better approach quietly from behind. I wonder if I'm supposed to chase him. Alright, let's chase him back as we crab walk our way all the way across. Alright, let's see if I can get this guy. We're clicking that B button. I wanna make contact with him. Ah, there we go. Please don't sneak up behind me. Well, I guess it's okay. I have something special for you. The red hot mirror. Oh, I thought you would have given me like a feather because you're a bird. And it's like supposed to be a phoenix thing, isn't it? Wasn't there a spell in Illusion of Gaia for shadow that was called Phoenix? I wonder if that's the same in this game. I know they don't have really like anything to do with each other as far as games go. But yeah, it's just funny watching Bojack's like addict behavior because it ends up getting him like into an actual relationship with fuck, is her name Christina? I don't know why I'm blanking on Bojack's girlfriend's name right now. Was there anything here? I don't think there was. Alright. As my health is just taken away from me. I don't think there was. I'm almost positive there wasn't. There might be up here, though. Alright, we'll have to figure out life a little bit. Wasn't there a path over here? Yeah. Oh, back to the funky bass. I do miss this. This was a song. But I forgot what I was saying. But then we have, Princess Carolyn, who, once again has a chance at, getting the baby that she's wanted. And, god damn it. And, it just seems to keep slipping through her fingers. And I think she's going to inevitably get it. And, it was weird. Princess Carolyn kind of, confused me a little. I'm fine with her at the end telling Ralph, even though I do think it would have been pretty decent of an outcome. It's fine that Princess Carolyn, decides, well, hey, with Ralph trying to, step in and be a dad when she doesn't want him to, she's perfectly in line to be able to, tell him that. That's her prerogative. It's just weird because she was giving a whole lot of hints that she wanted, to continue her relationship with Ralph. I've been haunted by a monster called research. I would not pay attention to my wife and daughter. Still, I didn't understand. I was praised as a genius, scientist, and even the king often gave me orders. I kept inventing things, water mill, elevators, and even this airship. Finally, I invented a machine to call upon evil, only to realize something. Tools are there to make people's lives easier. But when tools start to use people, their culture will decline and they will become unhappy. Well, that's poignant. When I get to the world of evil, death toll will be called. I don't want to believe this beautiful world will be destroyed. Please let me off somewhere. Dr. Leo, you may be right, but I must take you to Magritte Castle and make sure you do not escape. I have to worry about The present, not tomorrow. I must do my job or be punished. Bro, ain't that the fucking realist? Please try and understand this. Oops, I was sleeping. Lately I've been having the same dream as Dr. Leo or of Dr. Leo. If I would have released Dr. Leo, this world would not be like this. I don't know who to obey anymore. There are many thorns in the basement of the castle. You must take this armor with you. Ooh, new mail. Epic. Epic. My uncle is the famous architect Gaudi. I wonder if what his architecture is like. I know a bit about architecture. I will show you something later. I'm guarding the castle. Don't talk to me. Dog, whatever. Fucking cool your boots. One of the soldiers betrayed the king. He is trying to escape with Dr. Leo. I want to play music, but the harp string is broken. Something tells me I will find myself a harp string at some point. This is the soldiers' dormitory. I am taking care of them. It appears as if there are none. I have a feeling as I continue further through this level, that will not be the case. Ooh, man, is it warm. Alright, well, I think we're good to keep going now. Yeah. Alright, so I think that's everyone for now. So anyway, Princess Carolyn was giving off all these, mixed signals. So, I don't know. I think Ralph, was trying maybe a little too hard to be like, no, I'm not making the mistake again. I'm staying with you. I don't know. I don't know if that would have worked better or not. I don't know if that could have worked better or not. I'm pretty unsure of the whole thing in general, actually. Princess Carolyn at this point, I get it. She just kind of wants to do things her own way, She's a woman going her own way. She just wants to have her kid. And I get it. But I wish you would have been a little more clear with what she exactly wanted. Because I didn't know what she wanted. Other than, of course, wanting the baby. I know she wants the baby. Of course she wants the baby. That's the whole point of everything. Oh yeah, here we are. Ooh yeah. Alright, now fresh enemies. Now I'm gonna be checking. Whoa! Bro, how the fuck did I know? Is there nothing here? I sat there, I'm like, now I'm gonna be checking these walls and shit. And then there's one right there. But there was nothing there. So now I have to worry about fucking false ones. Which is fantastic. That's what I want. Those aren't thorns. Those are spikes. Is that what they're talking about? Who knows? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I guess there are thorns of sorts. But, both, it did feel like both Princess Carolyn and... What? Why another... transport. It did feel like, at this point, Ralph and Princess Carolyn were both kind of like... They both seemed like they still kind of liked each other, but they also seemed like they weren't really, like, ready to be with each other. Like, they were both, honestly, in a much more immature place than they were where they left off with each other. You guys are assholes. Hell yeah. Soldier released. Now, they were definitely in a much more vulnerable place when their relationship ended off, sure. But I think that, you know, other than Princess Carolyn being, like, in a state of just shock and depression, you know, I think they're both, like, as far as a relationship goes, they're actually less ready for a relationship with each other than they were before. And I mean, that's also okay. Like, you know, they were both a little bit hurt for their own reasons. And, you know, you do have Princess Carolyn who's like, you know, hey, you know, why didn't you, you know, I wish you would have stayed with me that night. And he's like, and this is a problem that, you know, I'm going to say this is definitely a man problem. We find ourselves in situations like that a lot. I mean, my ex of, like, 5 years, well, we dated for 5 years. But we broke up like 7 years ago at this point. But, you know, she had cheated on me, and she actually got mad at me that I didn't have a stronger reaction in, like, I don't want to say in, like, a toxic male way, like, exactly, but, you know, I was trying to be, like, the nicey nice kind of boyfriend. Save Dr. Leo, he must be in the prison to the left of the tower. Okay. Dip. But, you know, she didn't like how I was, like, I didn't really have a lot of emotion when she cheated. And it's not that I didn't really have a lot of emotion. It was more like I was, you know, I lost my virginity as a freshman in high school. You know, I dated a whole bunch of girls when I was younger. So, you know, a lot of the infidelity things I experienced in high school, I already had gone through that shit. So I understood. Like, that's how I saw it. I was being understanding because I went through that. I had the experience of having gone through that in my past. So it was like me trying to reassure her, like, you know, listen, this shit happens. Like, you got put on the spot with a guy that reminds you a lot of me. Like, listen, I've been there, dog. I've been there. But, you know, that ends up almost like working against you. And, you know, that's the weirdest thing as a dude growing up. Because, you know, you're taught to be, like, nice and understanding. And, you know, it's not that I wasn't mad, but I probably should have just been a little more myself. Which it was, you know, would have been to tell her, like, not fuck you and you fucking bitch. But it would have been much more of, like, just, talking about, like, how much what she did actually fucked with me. Because it did. And it fucked with me for a long time. So, like, you know, she wasn't exactly wrong. I don't think she was right either, but she wasn't exactly wrong. But I feel like Ralph kind of did the same thing. And, you know, honestly, there's no telling. It's not like women all are one way, so it's not like you can't give solid advice on this. You just gotta play it by ear and play it by every person on their own. That's the only way to do it. Because, like, fuck, man. There's just nothing you can do about it. There's no way to predict ahead of time how somebody really wants you to react, what they want to see from you. You just have to act like you. And, you know, I was acting mostly me, but I probably was a lot more guarded of my emotions, you know, when I was 25. A lot more like, I'm a manly man. I can handle your feelings. Whereas, you know, now when I'm 31, I'm much different now. Like, oh boy. Sorry, I dropped this. That's these like 6. Is it 6 years officially this year? Well, no, 7. Fuck, I don't even remember anymore. Now I gotta think of everything. I gotta think of all the years back. This is just gonna distract me until I remember it. I moved out of my parents when I was 22, the year I turned 23. I moved in with my girlfriend when I was 23, the year I turned 24. We stopped living with each other when I was 24, about to turn 25. And then we hooked up a little bit after we, like, technically split. Okay, so it was 2015. So I was actually 24 years old. But, you know, in 7 years, bro, I'm much more embracing and sharing of my emotions in that way. Mainly because, like, it ran me into steep depressions to not to. So I gotta keep myself fucking regulated. And expressing them is one way. And, you know, I've heard a lot of people say, like, oh, you know, women don't want a guy who cries a lot. Well, no, they don't. But, like, that's what I gotta do. And if they don't like it, well, then fuck them. I don't fucking ask them. I didn't ask them for a goddamn thing. Including their opinion. Ow. But ooh, that was delicious. But, you know, I don't know what Ralph necessarily should have done. If that's what he thought was the right move to make at the time, then you know what? I probably agree with him. Even if it didn't end up working, I probably just agree with him on principle. That's just how it should have gone. Alright, I think I'm letting in bugs. I think it's time to roll my windows up. It was nice while it lasted. Unfortunately, mosquitoes enjoy eating me alive, so I have to be very careful about that. I am a guard, but I'm tired of my jobs. I came here to relax. While listening to the guard, Jekyll sees a card under the guard's feet. Okay, that's why it's silent. So how do I get it? Whatever this card is, I clearly need it, or else the game would not have pointed it out to me. What do you think about the wall? I am known as a speed architect. Okay. The king is the greatest man in the world. I must say that or I will be punished. That's nice. Alright, give me 1 second. I thought we had this all muted. On that DND. But yeah, and then you have Todd, who, you know, I like that Todd is being more open about him being asexual, but his friend Emily, I'm always feeling like is trying to, like, pressure him unnecessarily into having sex with her. Like, I get that she wants to be with him, but, like, clearly that's not, like, what Todd wants, and he doesn't have to. But also, Todd does have to be understanding that, like, this is how other people are, and this is what other people do want, So you have to... Here's how I look at it. I'm not going to tell asexual people, like, listen, this is what you have to do. Because I know, like, some asexual people do have a libido. Some people, they're just not attracted to anyone like that. They don't have an attraction. But they still have, like, a sex drive. Like, it manifests itself in different ways. But if you're asexual, of the variety that you're somebody who doesn't really have a sex drive, you do have to realize that if you are dating somebody who does have a sex drive, or at very least more of a sex drive than you have to be okay with that. And you have to be willing to build your end of the bargain. Top floor of this tower is a prison. Oh, that's what the card is. Excellent. Where's the other musician at? I have a friend who once disobeyed King Magritte. He wanted to save Dr. Leo. He was taken to the torture room in the basement and never came back. This harp string is a birthday present from my friend. Wait. Did I just get it? No. He was taken to the torture room in the first basement and never came back. So I have to walk around the first area and find a harp string. Bro, what? That sucks. But, it's not to say that, you have to be, like, into everything, if you're asexual like that. But, like, you do have to, at least to me, I think, in fairness to a partner, you do have to be willing to make some sort of, like, compromise with them sexually as well. You can't have no sex drive and your partner have one, and then you basically tell them, like, well, I don't have one, so get fucked. Like, well, that's not gonna work, bro. That's not very fucking cool. Harp strings? Come on. Yeah! Here we go, baby. We got it. Hell yeah. So I don't know. His friend Emily does seem to be kind of like... And Todd is also kind of like being a dick for kind of leading her on. And it sucks because he does care about her. And he's trying to navigate his own like sexual, well, non-sexual desires with hers. And he's trying to strike a balance. And I get it. But he does have to realize, like, I understand he tried to build her a robot, which is kind of a neat gesture. Even though it, is fucking more just used as a joke. But he's got to be a little more on Emily's level if he wants to be her boyfriend. Because clearly it does matter to her. Please sit and listen to my music. Let me tell you my story. Oh, Jesus Christ. I fell in love just once in my 24 years. It was when I visited a mine town, Grass Valley. When I was injured there was a girl who took care of me. I couldn't tell her my true feelings, though. The girl's name was something like Lisa. The music I'm going to play now is a song I wrote for her. There are no words. I hope somebody someday will be able to put my words to music. Hell yeah. I love listening to music from the front row. Please do not bother me. Hell yeah. Well, we got the string. We got the card. Let's save our game. But, you know, the end of the episode ends in Bojack crashing his fucking car because he's like tweaking out, not having his pills. And, you know, it sucks because it came a moment after he had just been pretty fucking level with Hollyhock after, you know, basically trying to do a drug run for her whole visit and wasting the entire visit that he had with her. And, you know, him telling her that, you know, maybe I don't exactly need those pills. You know, maybe I don't need them as much as I thought I did. Which is a great thing for him to, like, say. But then, you know, he immediately acts on his withdrawal and, like, potentially he's going to get himself injured. Possibly just so that way he can get more pills. So, it's kind of yikes. Kind of yikes, not a fan, but also, like, really a fan. Like, extremely. Because, like, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked to watch him, like, spiral into this, like, level of behavior. And to see him now, at least to a point where he can admit it. But for some reason, he just can't consistently do the right thing. Even when it's like, you know, when he makes promises. And I understand, addiction's not that easy. It's never that easy. You know. Anybody who knows. Like, most people have lost somebody they know to shit like that at some point in their lives. So, like, you know, we all get it. But, you know, fuck, man, I'm really worried as to where he's gonna be. And I'm wondering whether or not he's actually gonna admit that he ever did that. Because he hasn't been able to find anybody who can get him pills. You know, would Bojack be desperate enough to go out and acquire pills by getting injured again? Maybe. I don't know if I always would have said yes to that question, but, like, right now, the way he's acting, I just might. And he, like, talked himself into a relationship with, what's her name, like I was saying earlier, and never finished. He got himself back, like, into a committed relationship, basically, through, like, just trying to, like, get his medication. And is now going to be leading her into a misleading relationship. Not that, I mean, Bojack clearly made it sound like he wants to be in this relationship, even though he was kind of, like, you know, lukewarm about it. But, you know, he even says that it's like, you know, where we can, you know, be a couple and I can hurt her in ways that, you know, she'd never even think of or something like that. Like, basically just saying, you know, yeah, she wants to be with me, but I'm going to hurt her. And it's just this inherently negative view that he just has of himself. And it's just like everything is always just low self-esteem after the low self-esteem. And it sucks. It's so much of his inability to accept love. Excuse me. Alright. Are we good now? Okay. His inability to accept feeling, his inability to accept love, his inability to show it, not just receive it. I don't know what I ended up just saying just now. To give and receive. He can't do either. And, you know, now he's got his behavior being fueled by his irrational drug withdrawals. It's all just pointing out to be bad news. That's what it really is. And I hate to see it. I hate to see it from my fucking boy. I wish him the best, and I need him to do the best. But it seems like he's not doing the best. And it seems like that's a part of the show, though. You know, he got better until he wasn't. Then he got worse. Ever since he lost Hollyhock as that influence on his life, you know, things have gotten worse for him. And it's not like she's not involved in his life. Like, she's still visiting him. It's just about the fact that, you know, I don't know how to put it. Also, I lost my train of thought. But no, you know, Hollyhock still comes out and visits him, so it's like he's still clearly got a relationship with her. But, like, no, I don't know how to say what I wanted to say. It's just rough. I want him to have all these relationships, but, you know, him losing that idea of having a daughter really kind of messed with him. And I think a lot of it was rooted in he wanted to be a better parent than either of his parents. And, you know, for what it's worth, if he was given the chance and the resources at this point, I do think that Bojack could be, at very least, truly a better parent than Beatrice or Butterscotch Horseman. That much I can make almost certain that that is correct. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see next week. Todd's gonna start doing the dating app thing. We'll see where that goes. Bojack is probably gonna be injured. Princess Carolyn didn't get her baby. Who knows, man? We'll see what happens next week. Until then, y'all.